YouTube channel. Today in this video I'm going to be demonstrating how you can join a computer to the domain. When you look on my screen, I have two virtual computers or virtual machines on my desktop. On the left I have my Oracle server, that is TXDC1 domain controller 1 to K8 is running and on Oracle VM. And then on my right I have the client 1 TX Windows 10 as well running as a VM. So basically, if you want to join a computer first to the domain, first you have to be an administrator. Secondly, you have to change the name of your computer. It matters to some companies. They may have a convention they are using, the naming convention they are using. Now when you look on my virtual manager, you'll see that on the left hand side I have client 2 TX Ubuntu, client 3 TX Kali, client 4 TX Windows 8, and then the rest TX MEM, that's a server for data and then stuff. So this is the conversion I use. I chose to use where I'm trying to experience the server environment. Okay, so it will depend, it's up to you how you want to use your convention. So that's what I decided to use. So also put that in mind. If you're working for a company, they may have a convention, all right, the naming convention. So okay, so another thing is some companies may choose to use static IPs or DHCP server. So in my case here, I'm using a DHCP server on my server. So I created DHCP on my server, and then I'm using the DHCP server to offer IP address to my client 1 TX Windows 10. Okay, so I'm gonna log in over here on my server. Okay, well, as well, let me log in here on my computer. So another thing is the client and then the server, they have to be on the same network. So you make sure that your server can reach the client or the client can reach the server. I'm going to demonstrate this to show you how you can see that the two computers are on the same network. First, let me go here in PowerShell. I'll go here to search. Yeah, it's kind of slow, it is intense, so the two VMs are taking up my RAM, so that's why it's slow. Let me go here to the client CMD. You write CMD and then you press enter. Okay, so here I'm gonna say IP config. Okay, then let me go here to the server. Yeah, the server is kind of slow, but we will get there. missing. Okay, let's cancel this. Maybe it was preventing us to. Yeah, the server is kind of slow, but let me try again, see. Yeah, kind of. Oh, let me type over here. Yeah, I think my RAM is being used up by certain application. Yeah. Let me see if I go here, I can see, find out. Okay. It just failed to provide me PowerShell. I'll use this method. Okay. So I'll go here, line 2. Then, so this is the IP address of our server, 192.168.10.1. Then this is the subnet mask. There's no default gateway, so this is the DNS. All right. So when you go over back to the client, it's also 192.168.10.100. So I set up, why am I receiving 100? I set up my DHCP server, that one, to offer an IP starting from 100 to 200. So that's why this is the first computer I'm joining to the server. So it offered it IP address .10.100. That's why it's receiving this IP 10.100. Okay. So let's see here if we can ping the server. Ping 192.168.10.1, because that's the IP address of the server. So if you receive those replies, as you can see, we sent 4 packets, we received 4 packets, and then there's no loss. So it means this computer or the client is able to talk to the server. So that's a good thing. So if you don't receive any reply over here, then it means your computer is not communicating with the server. It could be either the firewall or other thing. Okay. So now we're going to join this computer, the client, to the domain. So before we do that, let me show you one thing over here. We go here, we go to tools, we go to computer, directory users and computers. So when we go here to our local server, we have computers and we have users. Okay. So when I click computer, you see there's no computer over here listed. So when I join this computer client 1TX Win10 to the server, this computer will pop up here over here. Okay. So alright, let's go and join our computer to the server. I'll come here and type this PC and I press enter. I'm using Windows 10, that's why I'm using that. So when you select this PC, then you say, you right click and then you choose properties. Yeah, expand this. So and I'll go down all the way and choose advanced system setting. So there's a pop-up, as you see, this computer name is hardware advanced system protection and remote. I'm going to choose computer name. Then when you read through here, it tells you the computer name, the work group, because when you have computers in the local network, they are always in a work group. So when it's off on the local, then you join to the domain, then to be a different thing. So it says to use a wizard to join the domain or work group, click network ID, or to rename this computer or change its domain or work group, click change. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use change. I'm gonna click change, and then I'm gonna join it to the domain. Okay, click change, then on top here I'm gonna choose the domain. So you can see our domain is run the tech.roco. So I'm gonna type here run the tech.local, and then I'll press enter. Oh, okay. So when you receive this pop-up, it means your computer is now able to join the domain. And sometimes you may get an error because of different, maybe IP, or maybe this firewall, or maybe the DNS, or kind of stuff. But when you receive this, then you know that your computer is able to join the domain. And then here you have to provide the credential of the administrator of the domain. So at this time I'm the administrator, so I'm gonna put in my username and then the password. I'm gonna put R okay, and I'm gonna put in the password. Let's see now. So it is trying to validate the credentials you've provided as an administrator. If the credentials are not valid, then it will not be able to join the domain. So now you can see the reply we've got. We are provided with a pop-up that says welcome to the run the tech.roco domain. So it means we have fully joined this computer to the domain. Now it is part of the run the tech.local domain. We'll say okay. So again, it is asking us that we have to restart the computer so that it applies the all changes we've made to this computer. Okay, we guess yes, okay. Restart now. So now it's gonna restart, and then afterwards we will be in the domain. Our computer has already joined the domain, and then over here on the left hand side you'll see that the computer name will pop up over here. Let us give it some time so that it boots up, and then we're able to go there. So if we can refresh over here, we'll see that the computer name is already over here. Now you see client 1 TX Windows 10 computer is already part of the domain, which is run the tech.local. So that's how we join the computer to the domain. Thank you for watching, and if you're new here, please subscribe, and if you've been here for a while, I'm proud of you. Thank you for supporting the page. and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.